It's time for Friday Night Flights, sponsored by Casey Auto Group, Subway, Flipper McCoy's, and Town Bank.
As we move through the final month of the regular season, the cream is rising to the top in high school football. And tonight, the top teams were really out in force, showing their stuff. I'm Bruce Rader. Welcome to another week of Friday Night Flights, and we've got some great action for you tonight. We're going to begin in Suffolk, where Nansemond River hosting the defending Class 6A region champions from Oscar Smith, and the unbeaten Oscar Smith Tigers didn't waste much time getting on the board. And who would they go to? Who else? Aaron Acevedo. He makes the plays of the week every week and starts the game off going untouched into the end zone. And Oscar Smith keeps going. Auburn-bound Cameron Kelly, the deep pass to Brandon Brock. Perfect pass, 39 yards, and the Tigers keep pouring it on. Kelly showing his speed, this time running it in for another score as Oscar Smith goes on to a 35-8 victory. Two tough games, though, coming up for Oscar Smith next week at Deep Creek, and in 2 weeks, the big one, the Tigers hosting Indian River. The game of the night at the beach, 4-1 Salem with its great defense taking on 5-1 Landstown. Salem down 7-0 third quarter. James Rogers, the inside handoff, but the Landstown defense stops him 1 yard short of the goal line. That's going to set up the 1 yard push by Sun Devils quarterback Mauri Morrison, fighting to get it into the end zone, but Salem missed the extra point. Landstown with a 1 point lead, but Rogers would end up the star tonight on the 47-yard touchdown, and Salem beats Landstown 13-7, a defensive battle as expected. The 3A game of the year in Williamsburg tonight is the defending regional champions from Lafayette, hosting regional finalist York in a key Bay Rivers District showdown. Nathan Epstein joins us from Wanner Stadium with the Friday Night Flights Game of the Week.
You think these home fans have waited long enough to see a game? It's October. Not only is this their homecoming, this is their home opener. Lafayette trying to keep a 53-game district win streak on the line. York looking to spoil the party. Your homecoming king, the senior receiver and defensive back E.J. Green. First drive of the second half, Lafayette in blue is already leading 45-8. Make way for the king. Green into the end zone, gets the crown and the score.
Everybody wants the touchdown, so I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm thankful that I got the opportunity, I took it.
Speaking of taking it, York in the red zone, Ramsey Hyatt is picked off by the quarterback. Zach New with the interception, knew what to do with it. 93 yards the other way, he's gone. 3 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and a pick 6.
It's a very exciting feeling. It's what I live for. It's so fun.
Now the game's already well in hand laid, but York with a pretty impressive play here. New quarterback Luke Getz lobs it up, the catch, the roll over the defender. He never touched the ground, and that's a touchdown. But this night, in a game everyone thought would be close, Lafayette, a 59-14 win, hands York its first loss of the season. In Williamsburg, Nathan Epstein for Friday Night Flights.
Thanks, Nathan. Undefeated Ocean Lakes trying for its 11th straight win on the road against Green Run. The Dolphins got things rolling early with an onside kick to start the game. Green Run never saw it coming. Ocean Lakes falls on top, and the Dolphins wasted no time scoring after that. Xander Jetlick to Logan Istri for the score. The Green Run defense kept them in the game early, forcing 3 turnovers. In the first half, Datron Walker forces the fumble after Jedlick finds Miles Austin up the middle, but the Stallions couldn't get things going on offense. Tavion Land scoops up the punt and will speed past everyone. On his way to the end zone, the Dolphins dominate. On the road, they shut out Green Run 42-0. To remain undefeated. We're going to stay at the beach. 4-1 Cox hosting the Kellam Knights, and a little bit of history is about to be made here tonight by who else? Future Virginia Tech Hokie Tavion Robinson, who breaks Cox's all-time touchdown record with 56 touchdowns, and then Tavion's sidekick Lino Lester with the first of his 2 touchdown runs tonight, as the Falcons take a 21-0 lead into the half, and Tavion isn't finished. Guess what happens next? Here comes touchdown. Number 57 for Robinson. He ran for 2. He passed for 1. He was so sneaky. Well, we almost lost him there, but he was in the end zone. Cox now 5-1, looking good for a playoff berth, 34-14 over Salem. Kempsville trying for its first win of the season. The Chiefs against 1-5 Princess Anne. Second half, Princess Anne up 20-6. Zy Roberts takes the snap. There's no one to hand it off to, so he takes it himself. The big man goes untouched into the end zone to extend the Princess Anne lead. Now on to the fourth quarter, and the Chiefs in red. In the red zone, Javion Mims scrambles his way right into your living room. But they called it back because of a holding call. Now fourth down for the Chiefs. It's Mims again trying to score, but he's going to be taken down short of the goal line, and the Cavaliers would take over on downs and eventually get the win over Kempsville, 34-6. One more final from the beach, Bayside by 3 over First Colonial tonight. Now, after a disappointing season last year, at least by Lake Taylor's standards, the Titans are the top-ranked team in Class 4A. They hosted Granby tonight. Coach Hank Sawyer's Lake Taylor team trying to avenge last year's loss to the Comets, which snapped the Titans' 45-game district winning streak. That's okay, they started a new one. Before the game, the Titans were joined on the field for a special dedication by the family of former assistant principal John Edwards, who passed away last month. The Titans hoping to honor his memory with a win. Jeffrey Foster with Dominic McNair throwing a key block up the middle for the score, and the unbeaten Titans just wouldn't let up. McNair ducks through the defense into the open field, and he's out of there for another touchdown. Now, Granby would try to answer in their red zone. Sam Gallardo is going to keep it himself, but he's dragged down into the end zone. The Titans, though, too much for the Comets tonight. Lake Taylor still unbeaten with a 40-point victory over Granby. We're going to stay in Norfolk, a showdown between two old rivals. Norview hosting Norcom, which jumped out to a 27-0 lead and kept it going. Jacoby Smith launches it downfield. Salon Lawrence with the catch and the open path to the end zone. Greyhounds now leading 34-0. The Pilots tried to answer. Marquise Dietz is going to take it himself, but passing it off, Norcom's Tion Garland with the big defensive play, picks it off, goes 45 yards for the touchdown. Greyhounds now up by 40, and the Pilots again hoping to get on the board. Ahmad Ashby this time with the catch and the only touchdown of the game for Norview, who goes on. Norcom goes on to beat Norview 46-7. And when we come back, Mauri has been one of the surprise teams this season. Could the Commodores keep the momentum going against the Churchland Truckers?
Hey guys, coming up on Friday Night Flights, I'll be talking with the award-winning Grassfield Dance. Don't go away, Bruce will be back with more Friday Night Flights.
The Marching Grizzlies of Grassfield High School, under the direction of Dr. Donnie Allen, the Friday Night Flights Band of the Week. You can watch their entire performance on WAVY.com. We also have slideshows. Top 10 plays of the week, past episodes of Friday Night Flights. You can watch them at any time. It's all on WAVY.com. Speaking of Grassfield, fresh off its first win of the season, on the road against Western Branch. Good special teams by Western Branch. Senior Kevin Chapman with the blocked field goal, but that didn't stop the Grizzlies. On the march again, quarterback Grant Swanger hits Dante Ramirez, who takes it right into your living room inside the Bruins 30. Grant would go on to score the touchdown, and Grassfield would walk away with a 21-7 win over the Bruins. And speaking of Grassfield and its wonderful band, they have something very special coming up, and for that, let's send it to our on-the-scene reporter, Symone Davis.
Hey Bruce, I am here with Sonia Lewis and the Marching Grizzlies from Grassfield High School. All right, now they're a pretty big deal out here. So Sonia, you are the drum major, correct?
Yes, I am.
And you're a senior?
I'm actually a junior.
You're a junior, oh nice. Big deal. So tell me, you guys are an award-winning band. Tell me about the work that goes into coming out here during games and in performances.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy amounts. We do 2 whole weeks in August from like 8:30 to 6 o'clock, and we do every day after school. It's just the hard work we have to put in. It's not even just the hard work. You have to have an enjoyment of band. You can't just be in marching band and just do it. You gotta have like a passion for music.
Having a passion, and these kids have passion here. Let's hear it one more time, guys. Thank you, guys. All right, I'm Symone Davis, Friday Night Flights.
Thanks, Symone. Mauri, the second-ranked 5A team in the region, on the road against Churchland in the high-scoring Mauri offense has plenty of speed. Elvante Lawson hits to Sean Granger over the middle inside the 5, and on the next play, Lawson's going to call his own number and score the touchdown. That Mauri defense just as tough. Truckers quarterback Kashid Watson picked off by Deshaun Peel. The Commodores with one of their best teams in quite some time. Mauri shuts out Churchland 35-0. Friday night is all about high school football, so let's wrap things up with the Friday Night Flights scoreboard. Indian River defeats Hickory 70-3. Kings Fork over Great Bridge 52-6. Now here's a surprising score. Deep Creek squeaks by Lakeland 27-26. A great effort by the Lakeland Cavaliers, who actually won their first game of the season last week. Phoebus, big winners over Bethel. Woodside pitches the shutout over Denby. Tab with a 2-point win over Poquoson. New Kent by 30 over Grafton. Booker T loses at Broad Run 40-3, and Northampton beats Atlantic Shores. Windsor defeated Surrey County 33-32, and Franklin over Brunswick 27-18. So, as we advance through the second half of the regular season, that's going to wrap up another week of Friday Night Flights. The playoffs will be here before you know it. Now, you can join us every Tuesday night at 10:45 on the Fox 43 Sports Wrap, where we will bring you the Friday Night Flights high school football top 10 plays of the week. Tuesday night on Fox 43, and you can watch every Friday Night Flights anytime online on WAVY.com. Nathan Epstein will be in Blacksburg tomorrow for the big Virginia Tech Notre Dame game. Watch his reports tomorrow night on the Sports Wrap. You have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.